Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about my most worn perfumes of 2022. So these are the perfumes that I reached for the most throughout the year, and yeah, I don't have a ton here because I test so much and I'm constantly wearing different perfumes, but these are the ones that if I don't feel like thinking about it, or sometimes I'll just crave these ones. These are perfumes that I wear that live out somewhere and that I just wear all of the time. So the first one we're gonna talk about is this one here. This is a fragrance from Women's Secret, and this is called Oh My Secret. This is a fragrance that lives out because it is one that I reach for all of the time. This is a pretty much spot on dupe for YSL Manifesto. I don't know if I've ever done an Is It a Dupe video between this and YSL Manifesto. If you guys are interested in seeing that, let me know. I will definitely do one, but it's a pretty darn good spot on dupe for Manifesto. It's so similar. I absolutely love this. It makes me so sad because I just got a comment today, somebody said that they just bought this and they can't smell it. So I'm guessing she's anosmic to it, which is heartbreaking because this is such an amazing cheapy perfume. It's so inexpensive. I want to say you can pick this up for right around $12, and YSL Manifesto has been discontinued, so it's not easy to find. It's pretty expensive when you do find it. And yeah, I've got a partial bottle of Manifesto left over, and then I've got another full backup bottle. But this is what I reach for when I want to wear Manifesto, so I don't have to get into my Manifesto because, again, it is discontinued and it is getting more difficult to find and expensive. I reach for this all the time. I've been reaching for it ever since I got it. And I've got a pretty good little dent in it for me. It comes filled all the way to the neck, so it's below even the little metal part. So yeah, I love this. It performs super well. It smells amazing, and so anyways, that is probably gonna be a most worn for a few years. It might have even been in my last year's one. I can't remember which ones I had. I know a couple of these. Actually, well, I know one of these I had in my last year's one, but other than that, I think these are all new. So anyways, that is Women's Secret, Oh My Secret. This next one will not be any surprise to any of you. And I've got 3 bottles of this now. This one's probably about halfway gone. This is pink gold from Pink or Victoria's Secret. I picked this up on a whim from one of the semi-annual sales a couple of years back, and I have been in love with it ever since. This is Amber Crystals and Vanilla. One of my lovely souls here, she bought a couple bottles of it and was anosmic to it, which breaks my heart because I love this fragrance so much. It's so warm and cozy. It's a comforting scent for me. It's simple, it's nothing groundbreaking, it's very linear. It's just warm and sweet, and that's all it is amber and vanilla together, but it's not like a dusty, musty amber. It's like a sweet, sexy amber. I just love it. I love it so much. This lives out. I spray this on all of the time. I probably wear this fragrance once a week at least, if not to bed. It's an easy reach for me. I'll just reach for it anytime. I just don't want to think about what I want to wear. And I'll wear this all year round too. I'll wear it summer, winter, spring, fall, I don't care. I'll wear it anytime. I love it. It works in the heat, it works in the cold. It's perfect. I just love it. And thank goodness I have a huge backup stash of this because it's one of my favorite fragrances in my collection as far as like just ease and performance and just comfort level. And it's funny, I found that a lot. I'm so sorry, and that's another thing. I'm so sorry if you can hear my dog. She's sitting right next to me. She's panting because she's so scared because people were letting off fireworks out there. And I had her on my lap for like 30 minutes just trying to get her calm, and yeah, she's still just shaking and panting, and I feel so bad for my poor baby. But anyways, yeah, that is Pink Gold from Pink. Amazing, I love it. Okay, this next one, I haven't pulled this out yet this winter, but I tore this thing up earlier this year, like at the beginning of the year, and I wore it a ton. Probably the first like January through March, I just wore this so much. This is Rentless from Lush. Oh my goodness. I want to say I picked this up at the beginning of last year, So from the time I bought it until it started to warm up for spring, I had this lived out and I wore it all of the time. And I pulled it out again and I'm about to start up again. This is mostly patchouli and tonka bean. It's got some citrus in it too, which gives it this beautiful brightness. It's a little bit sweet. It's really beautiful earthy patchouli, but it's really smooth, so it doesn't smell like a traditional really earthy patchouli. I just love it. I absolutely love it. I would say aside from Vanillary, this is my hands down my favorite scent from Lush. It's so, so good. I think it's been discontinued. I think it has been discontinued and I don't know why because it's so good. So anyways, yeah, this one's coming out again and I wore it a ton and it's gonna live out again until it starts to warm up. So that is Lush Rentless. Next, this is another one that I wore a ton at the beginning of the year. I would say from January until March, it lived out. These are fragrances that I remember living out on my desk back in my old house and I wore them all the time. This one especially. This is Gallagher Wicked Good. Yeah, I'm definitely down to probably half a bottle of this. I can't really tell because you can't see through. I wonder if this is one of those bottles. I don't feel like it's going to be. This is not going to be one of those bottles that you can shine a light through. I don't believe. It's like so opaque. I'm pretty sure I've got about half a bottle left though. But I love this. This is just chocolate, Madagascar vanilla, and tonka bean. And it is hands down the best chocolate perfume I've ever smelled in my life. Oh my gosh, it's so yummy. It's chocolate without smelling synthetic. It's got that roasty tonka bean in it. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. This is gonna sound crazy, but it reminds me a little bit of Dior Addict if you took out all of the flowers and just had the vanilla and the tonka bean in it. It reminds me of that kind of. It's just that kind of, I just love it. I love it so much. So anyways, I wore the heck out of it. I pulled it out again because it's finally starting to get really, really cold. And even though this doesn't need really, really cold, I will wear this any time of year. I have pulled it out in the middle of the summer before. I'll wear it literally anytime. But yeah, this one's coming back out and it's gonna live out. So that is Wicked Good from Gallagher. Okay, next, this is a perfume that this past spring and summer, this lived out. I loved this perfume. It was a comfort for me. It's an old signature of mine. I only wore it for about, I don't know, 8 months or a year as a signature. I only ever went through one bottle of it. And when I ran out of that bottle, I didn't repurchase it. This is Moschino I Love Love. Sorry there, Moschino I Love Love. I absolutely love this perfume. I wore this so much this last spring and summer. It's so, so bright and tart and citrusy. It's got a bunch of notes in it, like so many notes in it. It's like a fizzy grapefruit smelling, but it doesn't smell like grapefruit. It smells more like orange, but it's as tart as a grapefruit. It smells a little bit like a really strong version of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. I just love it. It's perfection. It smells so good on me. It lived out and it was one of my easy to reach for. It's a beast. It lasts forever and I love it, but I will not wear it this time of year. That is one thing. I won't, once it gets into the fall, I put it away and I won't pull this one back out until it starts to warm up again because it just doesn't feel right for fall, winter, but it is one of my favorite fragrances on the planet. I adore this one. So anyways, that is I Love Love from Moschino. This next one, this basically replaced my Oscar de la Renta lavender perfume as my bedtime perfume this past year. This is Boucheron Iris de Syracuse, and this is another one that lives out on my hutch here because I wear this one to bed so often. This is a really beautiful, is this the one that I had to glue? Yeah, I had to glue I had to super glue this. Oh, sweetheart, it's okay, it's okay. These people and those fireworks are scaring my dog so bad. But anyways, yeah, my little plaque fell off, so I ended up having to super glue this back on. This is a beautiful iris perfume. What I love about this one, it is a makeup-y iris kind of perfume, but it's light and delicate iris perfume. It's perfect for bedtime. It's not too powdery. It's not too sweet. It's got this really beautiful, delicate sweetness to it as well. It's not overly heavy. It's just perfect. It sits on the skin really, really beautifully. And I love it because, again, it is kind of a makeup-y iris perfume, but without being too heavy, too sweet, too powdery. It's not too much of anything. It's very light and delicate, but it is very long lasting. It's an absolute beast, and I will wear this any time of year. Summer, winter, it doesn't matter. I'll wear it anytime. And again, it kind of replaced, because I'm getting low on my Oscar Lavender, and I'm not gonna run through that anymore because it's getting more difficult to find that perfume, which is awful. It makes me so sad that these perfumes that I love so much are becoming hard to find, and it's gotten really expensive, and it's an inexpensive perfume, so I refuse to pay like $50 for Oscar Lavender. So this has kind of replaced Oscar Lavender as a bedtime scent for me, and it's perfect for that. It's a beautiful scent no matter for any occasion, but I just love it for bedtime because it's so cozy. So anyways, this is Boucheron Iris de Syracuse. Okay, next, I had to include my most worn musk in this video. So 2021, I think my most worn musk perfume was Lake and Sky 1111. I only have about half of a rollerball left of that one. This year, my most worn musk was Smells Like Esthero, for sure. I didn't go quite as hard with this one as I did with 1111 last year, but for me, I put a really big dent in this. This is the musk that I reach for all of the time. I was going to include JLo still in this video because that's another perfume that I reach for all of the time, but I think that was in last year's video as well. That's another perfume of mine that just lives out because I reach for it really pretty often. It's one of those, it just smells so good. It's clean, it's just a perfect fragrance. It smells amazing on my skin. It's my easy go-to. I'm just hanging around the house, or even if I'm gonna go out and I'm just gonna spray this on because I just don't wanna think about what I have to wear. And that's how Smells Like Esthero is as well. This is another one that has just lived out, and I just wear this anytime that I just want to smell good and I just don't want to have to think about what I want to wear or think about perfume, or I'm just kind of burned out on smelling anything overly complex or overly heavy, because sometimes that happens. Sometimes I'll go through a phase and it'll maybe last like a day or two, but sometimes I'll have a couple days where I just don't want to smell anything super complex or heavy. I don't want to test anything. I just want an easy reach, old standby that is just going to be comforting and make me happy and be super easy. And that's what Smells Like Esthero is for me. This is a beautiful, clean, slightly sweet, I think it's like an Egyptian musk type fragrance, and I absolutely adore it. It is amazing. So anyways, that is Smells Like Esthero. Okay, this next one, this is another one that I wore a lot early on in the year. I would say between like January and March. This is another one that lived out. It still does. I reach for this a lot, especially in the cool weather, but I will wear this any time of year. I was reaching for this in the summer, in the fall. I reach for it all of the time. This is Gale Hayman Delicious Vanilla. I am so grateful that I have this perfume. This is another one that's becoming more difficult to find. Oh my gosh, I love this. It smells very, very similar to the original formulation of Bath & Body Works Warm Vanilla Sugar, like the original from the 90s. That's what this smells like. It is heaven for me. It is a perfect vanilla. It is warm, it's sugary, it's very long lasting. I do go pretty heavy with this, but it's funny because I guess it's just because of the shape of the bottle. It looks like I have not used any at all. If you tilt it this way though, you can see better, you know, how much I've used it. But I use it all of the time. I go hard with this one too, and it doesn't seem to go anywhere. It's a big bottle. It's a 3.3 ounce bottle. And I feel like I should have gone through more than I have because of how much I wear this. But it's just not. It's one of those perfumes that as much as I use it, it just doesn't seem like it's going away, which is amazing. But yes, I love this. This is another super easy to reach for. I've got a bottle, like an older bottle of Warm Vanilla Sugar that I love to wear that and then layer this over that, and it's very nostalgic. It takes me straight back to like the late 90s, early 2000s. And it just makes me so happy. So yeah, that is Gale Hayman Delicious Vanilla. I wear that one a lot. And then last but not least, this is a fragrance that I have been reaching for all year round. It's another one that I don't care what time of year it is. I reach for this all of the time. I wear this to bed a lot. This is one of my most comforting perfumes in my collection. This one brings me a lot of peace, a lot of happiness, a lot of serenity. I absolutely love this one. And it's not even, this is not like a Zen kind of perfume. So I don't know why. It's very, very strong too. So I don't know why it brings me so much peace, but it does. This is YSL Libre Intense. I absolutely love this perfume. There is something so comforting to me about this fragrance. I absolutely love this. The syrupy orange blossom and the fresh lavender, that combination is so beautiful. It's sweet, it's very honeyed smelling, syrupy and gorgeous. It smells so good on my skin. It's an absolute beast. I love wearing this any time of year. I love wearing it to bed. This is the fragrance that if I am really wound up, I really just need to, you know, calm down, get some happy, whatever, this is the fragrance that I reach for. If I need to sleep well at night, this is the fragrance that I reach for. I just adore it. I love it. It's my favorite version of Libre and I love it. It is, thank goodness I have a backup bottle of this as well. Of all of the formulations, this is the only one that I feel like I need a backup bottle of. I have every single formulation of it and I love every single formulation of it, but Intense is absolutely hands down my favorite and I reach for it all of the time. It lives out all year. It lives out. So anyways, that is YSL Libre and that is gonna be it, guys. Those are all of my most worn perfumes of 2022. I would love to hear in the comment section what your guys' most worn fragrances of the year were. I love to hear what everybody else was wearing all year, what your guys' favorites were. So I would love to hear that in the comments down below. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.